High in the mountains, nestled among towering pines, lay the village of Whispering Pines. This village, hidden away from the hustle and bustle of modern life, seemed almost frozen in time, a place where the past and present coexisted in harmony. It was a place where life moved at the pace of the seasons. Spring brought a burst of color as wildflowers bloomed. Summer was filled with the hum of bees and the laughter of children. Autumn painted the village in hues of gold and crimson, and winter wrapped it in a blanket of snow, making it look like a scene from a fairy tale. Days were filled with the rhythmic clang of the blacksmith's hammer and the scent of wood smoke curling from chimneys. The blacksmith, a burly man with a heart as warm as his forge, was a central figure in the village, his work essential to the daily lives of the villagers. At night, the stars blazed with an intensity unseen from bustling cities, their light mirrored in the eyes of children gathered around crackling hearths. These children, with their wide-eyed wonder, listened intently to the stories told by their elders, tales of bravery, love, and the mysteries of the forest. Life in Whispering Pines was simple, peaceful, steeped in tradition and shadowed by the legend of the Whispering Woodsman. This legend was more than just a story. It was a part of the village's identity, a thread woven into the very fabric of their lives. The villagers were a hearty folk, their lives intertwined with the forest that bordered their homes. They knew every tree, every stream, and every hidden glade. Their knowledge of the forest passed down through generations. They respected its bounty, relying on its timber for their homes and its creatures for sustenance. Hunting and gathering were not just means of survival, but also a way to honor the forest, a practice steeped in rituals and respect. Yet a sense of unease lingered beneath the surface, a tremor of fear that rippled through the village whenever the wind howled through the pines. The forest, with all its beauty and bounty, also held secrets, some of which were better left undisturbed. For it was in the whispering of the wind that the villagers believed they heard the voice of the lost woodsman, forever trapped within the woods he knew so well. This whispering was a constant reminder of the forest's mysteries and the thin line between the known and the unknown. This legend, passed down through generations, spoke of a kind woodsman named Thomas. Thomas was not just a figure of legend, but a real person whose memory was kept alive through stories and songs. Thomas, with his gentle demeanor and generous heart, was beloved by all. He was the kind of person who would go out of his way to help others, his kindness leaving a lasting impression on everyone he met. He knew the forest like the back of his calloused hand, its secrets as familiar to him as his own reflection. He could navigate its dense undergrowth and winding paths with ease, his knowledge of the forest unmatched by anyone else in the village. Then one day Thomas vanished without a trace, swallowed whole by the woods he called home. His disappearance left a void in the village, a mystery that haunted the villagers and added to the legend of the Whispering Woodsman. Thomas's disappearance had been as sudden as it was inexplicable. One moment he was a familiar figure in the village, known for his strength and skill with an axe, and the next he was a ghost, a memory that haunted the edges of the forest. One moment he was there, axe glinting in the morning sun as he set off to work. The forest, bathed in the golden light of dawn, seemed to welcome him with open arms, the trees whispering their ancient secrets as he walked deeper into their embrace. The next he was gone. Days bled into weeks, then months, but the forest offered no answers, only a deafening silence that spoke volumes. The once vibrant woods now seemed to hold their breath, as if mourning the loss of one of their own. Search parties, their hope dwindling with each passing day, returned empty-handed. They scoured every inch of the forest, their voices echoing through the trees, but found no trace of Thomas. The forest, it seemed, had swallowed him whole. The villagers whispered amongst themselves, their voices hushed, their faces etched with worry. They gathered in small groups, sharing theories and fears, their eyes constantly darting towards the edge of the forest, as if expecting Thomas to emerge at any moment. Some spoke of ancient spirits, their slumber disturbed by the intrusion of man. These spirits, they said, were guardians of the forest, protectors of its secrets, and they did not take kindly to those who ventured too far into their domain. They spun tales of a hidden glade, a place of ethereal beauty and untold magic, where the veil between worlds thinned to a whisper. This glade, they believed, was a gateway to another realm, a place where the ordinary laws of nature did not apply. It was in this glade, they claimed, that Thomas had stumbled, lured by the siren song of the unknown. The glade, with its enchanting beauty and otherworldly aura, had called to him, drawing him deeper into its embrace. He had crossed over, they whispered, lost in a realm beyond human comprehension. This realm, they said, was a place of wonder and danger, where time flowed differently and the rules of reality were but a distant memory. The glade, they said, was a place of enchantment, where sunlight dripped like honey through the leaves and flowers bloomed in colors unseen anywhere else. It was a place where the very air seemed to shimmer with magic, and every step felt like a journey into a dream. It was a place of peace and tranquility, a sanctuary untouched by the passage of time. Here the worries of the world seemed to melt away, replaced by a profound sense of calm and serenity. But it was also a place of power, where the very air hummed with unseen energy. This energy, they believed, was the lifeblood of the forest, a force that connected all living things and held the secrets of the universe. It was a place of whispers, where the wind carried secrets on its breath and the trees themselves seemed to watch with ancient eyes. These trees, with their gnarled branches and deep roots, had witnessed the passage of countless seasons and held within them the wisdom of ages. Years turned into decades. The memory of the woodsman faded, becoming another thread in the rich tapestry of the village's history. Yet, the whispers remained. They snaked through the village at night, carried on the wind that rustled the leaves and whistled through the gaps in window shutters. They were faint, almost indistinguishable at first, like the murmur of voices from a distant room. But to those who listened closely, they were undeniable, a constant reminder of the forest's unseen power. Children, their imaginations running wild, claimed to hear Thomas's voice in the rustling leaves, urging them to stay clear of the woods after dark. Mothers would hush them with tales of mischievous sprites and playful fairies, their voices strained, betraying their own unease. The whispers were more than just sounds. They were a presence, a constant reminder of the secrets hidden beneath the forest's emerald canopy. Fear, an unwelcome guest, took root in the hearts of the villagers. The once familiar woods, their source of life and livelihood, now seemed menacing, their shadows harboring unseen dangers. They avoided venturing too deep into the forest, their steps hesitant, their eyes darting nervously towards the rustling undergrowth. The whispers had woven their way into the very fabric of their lives, a constant reminder of the unknown that lurked just beyond the safety of their hearths.
I refused to be cowed by the whispers. Thomas wasn't a fearsome entity, but a victim of circumstance. He was misunderstood, much like the forest itself, which many feared but few truly knew. I feel a kinship with him, a shared love for the woods that runs deeper than fear. The forest is a living, breathing entity, and Thomas, like me, found solace in its embrace.
Clara, a young woman with eyes the color of the summer sky and hair as dark as the raven's wing, refused to be cowed by the whispers. She had grown up on tales of the woodsman, her grandmother's voice painting vivid pictures in her mind. These stories, though filled with caution, also spoke of the beauty and mystery of the forest. To Clara, Thomas wasn't a fearsome entity, but a victim of circumstance. She felt a kinship with him, a shared love for the woods that ran deeper than fear. She often wondered about his life, what had driven him to the forest, and what secrets he might hold. Clara possessed a spirit as untamed as the wind that whipped through the mountain peaks. She was known for her adventurous heart, her thirst for knowledge, and her unwavering courage. Her friends often marveled at her bravery, but Clara saw it as a natural extension of her love for the unknown. While others cowered at the whispers, Clara leaned in, her curiosity piqued by the mystery that surrounded them. She believed that understanding the whispers could unlock the secrets of the forest and perhaps even bring peace to Thomas's restless spirit. She refused to believe that the woods, her sanctuary, her playground, could harbor such malice. The forest had always been a place of refuge for her, a place where she could escape the troubles of the world and find peace. One particularly blustery evening, as the whispers swirled around the village like restless spirits, Clara made a decision. Armed with her grandfather's lantern, its flame a beacon against the encroaching darkness, and a heart full of determination, she resolved to uncover the truth behind the whispers and perhaps bring solace to the troubled soul lost within the woods. She knew it wouldn't be easy, but her resolve was unshakable. The villagers, their faces etched with a mixture of admiration and concern, watched as Clara, a solitary figure silhouetted against the dying light, disappeared into the woods. They whispered among themselves, wondering if she would return and what truths she might uncover. Clara's courage had inspired them, and they hoped that her journey would bring an end to the whispers that had haunted their village for so long.